Coming up on this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society, with Donkey Kong Bananza, Donkey Kong will never be the same. But what else couldn't never be the same? If all else fails, use fire. So the Nintendo Cartridge Society uses fire with you. Welcome to Nintendo Cartridge Society. My name is Patrick Ellers, and I'm joined, as I am always joined, by my co-host, Mark Mitchell. Mark, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I mean, happy Donkey Kong Bonanza Day to you, Patrick.
And a happy Donkey Kong Bananza Day to you, too, Mark. New Nintendo Game Day.
Yes, I'm so excited. The reviews have been amazing. I personally kind of feel I wish that Donkey Kong Bonanza would have
Happened
launched
every day?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Would it lose its specialness if every day was Donkey Kong Bonanza Day?
We'll never know, because we'll never live in a world with such beauty.
I wish Bonanza would have launched with the Switch 2.
Yes.
And Mario Kart World would have come out now. Like, I wish they would have been flip-flopped a little bit.
Sure, right. Just because then all this time we could have been like really digging into the single player experience and like having this seemingly masterpiece,
Yeah.
like to play with our shiny new toys. But I mean, I've been playing Breath of the Wild this whole time, which is a different masterpiece, just one that I've played before.
Right.
And again, I said this in the lead up to the launch of Switch 2, that the whole thing, it's not a point on the calendar. It's just like a big smear for a couple months.
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
We're still riding that smear.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't like that imagery?
No. It's good. It's good. It paints a picture.
Yes. No. I'm very excited. Where we are today. The release of Donkey Kong Bananza. But before we get into that, just want to shout out the Patreon, patreon.com/Nintendo Cartridge Society. If you're over there and you're supporting us at the 8-bit or the 16-bit levels, you get access to our once-a-month episodes of miniseries like NCS at the Movies,
where Patrick and I are going to see movies together and then talking about them. We just released an episode about Superman, parentheses, 2025.
Thank you.
And next weekend, we're going to see Fantastic Four, First Steps, and talk about that. And it's already been a lot of fun with Superman, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. So you should check that out.
Yes.
Also, if you're supporting us at the 8-bit or 16-bit level, you get access to other miniseries we've done, like a whole year and a half of NCS Arcade, where we talked about games that we had never been before.
Yeah. So look, Donkey Kong's on the brain right now, but we talked about a bunch of Donkey Kong games.
Oh, we sure
in
did.
the last season of NCS Arcade. So go check that out if you're interested. You can also follow us at the 4 or 0 level, at the 4-bit or the free level. And we occasionally release things to that as well. Our listener feedback episodes. We haven't really decided on what form that's going to take for NCS at the Movies. If you have thoughts about Superman or Fantastic Four, email us, Nintendo Cartridge Society at gmail.com. And we may use those on some sort of listener feedback episode that will go out to everyone who follows us for free or otherwise on Patreon. You can also use that email to join our Discord, where you can talk with other like-minded folk about Nintendo stuff. Mark, should we have a DK Bonanza channel?
Oh, we probably should.
As people are talking about it and discovering it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that channel tonight before this episode comes out, and so people can meet there and talk about what they're experiencing. All right, Mark. It is obviously a new Nintendo Day, which means it's a new Bonanza Day. And what does that mean? We're gonna make our own Bonanzas. First, I think defining some terms.
Yes.
So, obviously, this new Donkey Kong game is called Donkey Kong Bananza, and it seems to be... There's a lot that you and I don't know about this game. We haven't played any of it, either of us. But there are a couple things that are like evident to us just from looking at the preview stuff and the direct and all of that, and just what we know about Donkey Kong as a character, as a game franchise. So we have identified 3 things that we believe make a Bonanza.
That's right.
Mark, you want to run down what those 3 things are?
Yeah, so a Nintendo character.
Yes.
that we are recontextualizing like a familiar mechanic, something
Yes.
that the character has done in the past, but maybe a game hasn't been built around entirely.
Right. Or it's kind of like what can be intuited about their abilities based on what they've already done.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That's
So,
a great
like,
way to put it.
in the case of Donkey Kong, this is someone that we've seen like throw barrels, be muscular,
Smash things.
smash things, but we've not seen him like dig his way through a continent by smashing up rock.
Right.
We can intuit that makes sense, but that's never been the focus of a game before.
Yes, it feels like something that is true to the character.
Right. So we are taking a Nintendo character, we are recontextualizing their abilities into a new central game mechanic. That's step number 1.
Yes. Step number 2, I think, let's make sure we're on the same page here, is giving them like a sidekick type character, right?
Yeah, so in my mind the idea was to either it is a sidekick or it is some fundamental reshuffling of the character dynamics.
Okay.
So the example in Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza, is that Donkey Kong has Pauline as his sidekick, but she's a teenager. So it's like we're changing what we know about Pauline, and we're also changing their character dynamic, their relationship, right? They're no longer antagonistic, and she's no longer an adult woman who is like Mario's side piece or something. Unclear what Pauline's deal is until she's mayor.
Right.
Then we get it.
Right. Yeah, so that's number 2.
That's number 2. So number 1, a recontextualization of like a game mechanic. Number 2, a reconfiguring of character dynamics.
And then number 3 is we are putting them in a location.
An interesting location, yes. One that befits both the change in mechanics and the change in character dynamics, which I think is, what we see in the early footage here of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there anything else that you want to say about Bonanza before we dig into about Donkey Kong Bonanza before we dig into our own pitched Bonanzas here?
I just want to say that they released an Ask the Developer on Tuesday, and I really enjoyed reading it. I thought it had just some. I always like learning about the development of Nintendo games, and it was one of the things that stood out to me in the Ask the Developer is they talked about pulling some of those familiar things from previous Donkey Kong games from Donkey Kong's history, and I had never noticed before that in the key art for Donkey Kong Bonanza there are those like neon blue and neon red highlights, and they had drawn those from the colors of like the original Donkey Kong
cabinets, right?
The arcade cabinets and like the kind of like scaffolding structure
cool.
in the arcade game. And so it's like they incorporated some of those things, but not in a super obvious way. I don't know. It's a really good Ask the Developer, worth checking out on Nintendo's website.
That's very cool. I do. I mean, it seems like this is, and people who have played the game already or who reviewed it. Everyone is likening it to Odyssey, right? It's made by the Odyssey team. But it seems like it is similarly reverential to the history of this character and the video games that he's been in. So yeah, I'm super excited for this game.
Yeah, me too.
Cannot wait to play it. One thing that I was thinking about, Mark, as I was making up my list of 3 to 5 pitches on the Bonanza concept for other characters, 2 things I was thinking of. One is that the word Bonanza and the like Bananza, like banana Bonanza pun is, do you like that? I don't know if I like it. First of all.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think
Mark likes it.
Okay. I think I'm enjoying it.
Okay, I'll get there. I'll get there. But the thing about the word Bonanza is that it is one of those like video gamey style words that's evocative, but without it like really being a word that like we understand or use in everyday context. We understand that it means like some big spectacular thing, but like beyond that, like Bonanza is like referential to a mother lode in mining. That's what the original Bonanza like TV show is named after. They found like a big vein of gold or whatever, and so that was the Bonanza. And now I think we just sort of interpret it. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but like I think we just sort of see it now as like, oh, big, crazy, spectacular thing.
Yeah.
And so it got me thinking about like other similar words.
Oh, fun.
And I was like, can we incorporate any of these to like build our titles?
Okay.
So here are just a couple like synonyms and similar words that I looked up for Bonanza: jackpot, godsend, treasure trove, windfall, motherlode, overkill, superabundance, profusion, embarrassment, heap, multitude, truckload, boatload, it's superfluous, but the noun form of it, which is superfluity.
Oh.
Superfluity, I think is how you would say it. Bushel, oodles, epidemic, horde, and deluge.
Oh, very good.
So as we are like going through, I want to see if we can apply any of these Bonanza-like words to our titles.
Okay, great. I already, out of the ones that you were listing, I think
You got
some of this might fit. So
Yeah.
that'll be a great addition.
And then the other thing that I was thinking about as I was coming up with my own Bonanzas is that I do sort of feel like Nintendo has been doing Bonanzas for a little while now. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, in some ways, is Captain Toad Bonanza, right? We take something that we can sort of intuit about Toad, that he's like a brave little adventurer, and he goes on like missions, to find treasure, and like they just make a whole game out of it. And we didn't know that Toad couldn't jump and that he would be like in a little diorama, but like, yeah, it makes sense. I feel the same way about Princess Peach Showtime and Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, that like we've never seen Peach show an interest in theater before, but like you show it to me and I'm like, sure, why not? She puts on different outfits and transforms. We've never seen Zelda summon stuff before, but yeah, she uses magic. It kind of makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And I guess it is really interesting, especially I feel like Echoes of Wisdom is such a great example
Mhm.
where it's playing this game. It's playing the game we're about to play, which
Yes.
is like, how do we take this character that we want to feature and what is it about them that we want to dig into and build this game around?
Right. And then the whole game is in fact built around that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Echoes of Wisdom still manages to be like in format, like very much a Zelda game. It just built around like a different mechanic from swinging your sword. Okay, we as usual have come in with 3 to 5 pitches on the Bonanza concept. Again, always using existing Nintendo characters. All of mine are, most of mine are Nintendo like main characters or like playable characters that I've recontextualized.
Nice.
Okay, Mark not tipping his hand, not letting me know if his are
I mean,
like that or
I
not.
think mine are, but yes, we'll see.
Okay, great. Mark, would you like to go first, or would you like me
Well,
to go
how
first?
many? So I have 3.
I do have 5.
Okay, so maybe you go first.
Okay.
And then that way it'll slot in perfectly.
So obviously we're queuing up here off of Donkey Kong Bananza, and I thought, hey, why leave Donkey Kong Jr. out of this?
Oh, yeah.
So this
Justice for Donkey Kong Jr.
Justice for Donkey Kong Jr. And so, okay, what do we know about Donkey Kong Jr.'s abilities in the original game? He jumps, he climbs on vines, right?
Yep.
And ropes and chains and whatever. So my thought is that the evolution of that, the extrapolation from that, is that this would be a game built around Donkey Kong Jr.'s like acrobatic abilities, and like specifically in like on a high wire, like a circus sort of environment.
Oh, okay.
This will be circus environment. He's gonna team up with an old beaten down Mario, who is also the ringmaster of a failing circus, right? And they'll tour from like town to town with this circus, and Donkey Kong Jr. will have to recruit local acrobats, learn dance moves from locals, and then incorporate them into the act. So like you decide which things go into the act, and then on the night of the performance you actually have to perform them. So it's a circus environment. It travels from like towns in the Mushroom Kingdom to like the Donkey Kong Kingdom, like all that kind of, you go to the jungle, you go to the beach, you go to Delfino, whatever, and set up the circus and gather the intel from those areas, learn the moves, execute on them, and then wow the yokels that come to visit your circus. and lift old man Mario's spirits.
Is that the I love this.
Yep, thank you.
Is the ultimate end game to like cheer old man Mario up, or is the ultimate end game to make the circus more successful?
Yeah,
Is
I think it's to make the circus more successful. And
yeah.
I think like Mario's on the verge of losing the circus. Right? Like the bank is coming for him. And so
Sure,
like you have to make the circus successful. So like I like that this changes the dynamic between Mario and Donkey Kong Jr. They can be buds. And also I like the idea of making Mario like a broken down, sad old man when we're so used to seeing him being like lithe and athletic and happy.
Right. Oh man, at the from owning his own island in 6 golden coins.
Right.
To
does he own the whole island? He owns the castle on the island.
I'm pretty sure it's his. I'm pretty sure the island is his.
Is Mario's private island. He does have like a giant wind-up toy of himself on the island.
Yeah, he was living the life back then, but now the tables have turned.
Yeah, he pawned off that giant wind-up Mario.
And you're not getting that much for it, because what use do other people have for a giant wind-up Mario?
Right, and the pawn shop guy's going to talk him down too, it'll be like, I'll give you $30 for it.
Yeah, you got some Tatanga damage.
This was not on my list of Bonanza-like words, but I think it counts. I'm calling this Donkey Kong Jr. Big Top.
That's great.
So that's my first pitch, is a Donkey Kong Jr. Bonanza.
Yeah, that's awesome. The first character that I chose is Captain Falcon.
Okay, yes.
And okay, so the element that I want to build off of comes from Smash Brothers, and that is the Falcon Punch.
Yes.
And
Captain Falcon, of course, the protagonist of the F-Zero series.
Yes, that's right.
A racer normally is how we see him in these games. Also, a bounty hunter.
Right, a bounty hunter.
Because whatever.
Because, that's a cool
job.
job.
It's a cool space job.
Yeah, it's a cool space job to be a bounty hunter in the Nintendo universe. So Captain Falcon. I'm taking the Falcon Punch, and what I'm building is a 3D action game in the style of Bayonetta, or Devil May Cry, or really maybe Arkham Knight, because his companion character is the Blue Falcon with a Kit from Knight Rider-esque AI helper like consciousness.
Good.
But the consciousness is of his best friend from the anime, Rick Wheeler.
Okay, sure. I think Wheeler's in some of the games too.
Maybe he could be. He was a detective policeman.
Do you remember how we don't know anything about the F-Zero
I do.
characters?
I definitely
Good.
I for sure do. So he was a policeman who died while chasing a villain named Zoda, no relation to Star Tropics.
That's right.
And so he was put into cold sleep for like 150 years. In the game, or in the anime anyways, he was brought back to life.
Right.
But in my version, he died, but his consciousness was put into the Blue Falcon.
Sure, this is an L7 in Solo situation where she gets uploaded to the Millennium Falcon.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this is like, you said it's like Knight Rider, so it's like talking with Rick Wheeler's voice.
Exactly.
Cool. But it's still like the ship.
Yeah, it's still the Blue Falcon.
Great.
It's still the Blue Falcon.
So it's almost more like Arkham Knight, right?
Is that not what I said? What did I say?
I don't. Maybe you did.
Okay, but yes, that is what I meant.
City or Asylum.
I meant for it to be Arkham Knight. If I didn't say that.
Cool.
And where does it take place? Well, it takes place
Gotham City.
Well, it takes place in Port Town. So here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Captain Falcon's work as a bounty hunter has made him many enemies over the years.
Mm-hmm.
He lives on a chain of islands off of the coast of Port Town. I'm not making any of this up. This is all Captain Falcon true stuff. One day,
true stuff.
A group of highly trained mercenaries hired by a mysterious figure who's maybe Black Shadow invade the island looking to take Captain Falcon out. And so now he has to protect his home, his chain of islands, from these mercenaries. And he does that in Captain Falcon Overkill.
Oh, yes. We got to use one of the words. This is great. So does he drive the Blue Falcon at all or not?
Well, I'm guessing maybe to get from island to island, because he lives on a chain of islands.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And maybe he uses the Blue Falcon So yeah, maybe he uses the Blue Falcon. He'll hop in. He'll drive from one part of the island to another.
Right.
And then also he can use the Blue Falcon to like run over guys. I don't know. He can summon him.
Sure. Oh, he can summon it.
Yeah.
Okay. And like Rick Wheeler through like a speaker in the Falcon is
like
talking to him the whole
yeah,
time.
Exactly.
All right, that's cool. I like that a lot. Captain Falcon overkill.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Also makes me realize with the mention of Bayonetta that they did this with Bayonetta too, right? The Cereza and the Lost Demon.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing this. They've been Bonanza-ing for a while. I love this. Always love a new application for Captain Falcon because my God, I cannot wrap my head around any of the F-Zero games. I really have you messed around at all with the one that's on GameCube?
No, but that one has a story mode. But it's all racing. So you watch
Right.
cutscenes where it's telling the story, and then it's like, you gotta race this guy to really show him what's what.
Right. Well, and that makes sense. You don't have to have like a compelling conversation with him or whatever. No, that's good. I like this a lot. Black Shadow.
Yeah, he's like he's a racer.
Okay.
But he's the head of a shadowy organization.
Yes.
He his car is like called like the Black Bull or something like that. Because he's like a huge looming figure, like a big muscly guy.
Right.
But
He's
he's
got like spikes
all
or
black.
something?
It's not spikes. It's like
Okay.
two like bull horns.
Oh.
Very imposing. But he's like upset with Captain Falcon because Captain Falcon, in his work as a bounty hunter, is always capturing his minions. He's always
Yeah.
taking them in.
And then, look, it's so hard to hire once you've like gotten people that you like already, and then they get like taken in by bounty hunters.
I mean, it's a truism that good help is hard to find.
It is. That's right. And it costs so much money to hire new people. And then who knows even if they're going to stick around or if they're any good. All right. That's great. I love that. I love that. Ready for my second Bonanza here? Pikmin. Love the Pikmin characters. Love just abstractly the concept of Pikmin. These weird little guys are so cute. They're so fun. There's one character in the Pikmin universe who is sometimes depicted as like a hero, but like kind of a bad one. I'm referring, of course, to Louie. Louie, who first appears in Pikmin 2, and then again in 3. Maybe also in 4. Oh, definitely in 4. Louie does all the same stuff that Olimar does. He catalogs what Pikmin and local life and flora and fauna, all that stuff. But most of his notes have like some information about how something tastes or how to prepare it. Louie is a food monster. He wants to eat everything that he encounters, and this is something that we both love and detest about Louie. So I'm going to take his penchant for food, his desire to taste things, and I'm going to put him in a game where he is the sommelier at a restaurant.
Oh, good.
And he has to come up with so there are characters that come into the restaurant and they order something, and he has to come up with the perfect wine pairing. Now, Mark, one of the things about Louie, as he is like the player 2 of Pikmin, is that just as Olimar is kind of like a reconfiguring of the letters and syllables in the word Mario, Louie is obviously then a reference to Luigi. And what do we know about Luigi when they decided to make Luigi Bonanza? They called it Luigi's Mansion, and he deals with ghosts. So I'm going to borrow that dealing with ghosts so that Louie, in an effort to find the perfect wine pairing for what people are ordering at his restaurant, that he has to commune with the glow Pikmin, like the sort of like nighttime ghosty Pikmin.
Uh-huh.
And they will like travel into a like subconscious realm, into the subcon from Super Mario Brothers 2, of the diners at the restaurant, and he will find like the like bits of flavor that they'll respond to in their like memory or subconscious or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's the
So it's
game.
like wine inception a little bit.
It's a little bit like wine and yes, you're right. It's a little bit like Louie in Wine Inception.
And is this restaurant on? I had to look it up. I did not know. Like, Hakotate or whatever,
yeah.
planet planet.
Sure, yeah.
Captain Olimar is from.
Yeah, and it can be all those little guys, the Hokotatians. Yeah, it can be all those guys. And there aren't Pikmin on that planet. Like, Pikmin are always something that they encounter. So he's got to have like a secret stash of glow Pikmin that
Sure, yeah.
are back in the kitchen with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So it's like a little Ratatouille.
It's a little Ratatouille. It's a little bit Inception.
I mean, these are all great flavors that you throw it into a stew.
We're just mixing them all together,
Yeah.
right? We're going to flash back to when we were young and we skinned our knee and our mom made us soup or whatever.
Wine.
Yeah, why not? And I'm calling this Louie's Smorgasbord. Again, not on my list of Bonanza-like words, but yeah, that's my second pitch.
I like that a lot.
I think the gameplay once you're inside their subconscious is still largely like Pikmin, like a third third person, like a camera that's like kind of high up there and you're like exploring these spaces.
Yeah.
Possibly using your ghost Pikmin to like pull up memories or whatever. But yeah, that's instead of getting like resources, you are getting information. And possibly even implanting information, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Can you give someone like a memory of like a nice cool peach drink on like a beach day from their childhood or something?
Right, from their childhood. Yeah, maybe you don't have the wine that they would actually prefer, so you have to accept a memory into their wine.
You have to make them think they like raspberries.
Right, yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because Louie, he's a little bit of a bad boy.
He's a little bit of a bad boy, but man, he is passionate about flavor.
Yeah.
And he knows that if they just have now a positive association with that flavor, they're going to love this pairing.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right. My next pick is Yoshi.
I thought about Yoshi for a little bit, and I kind of toyed with the idea of like, are the Yoshi games already Yoshi Bonanza?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
But then I was like, no, there's got to be something else there, and I couldn't crack it. But
what I wanted to do is, I feel like one of the things that the Yoshi games are known for now are I would say, a little bit more lean back.
Yeah.
Where even Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is a little bit, it's slower.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about exploration.
No timers in these games.
Yeah, you're taking your time. You're really trying to like see every nook and cranny. So what I wanted to do was keep it a platformer, but I wanted it to be really fast.
Oh, all right.
So what I'm taking is the egg roll that's in Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
So Yoshi's ability to basically like turn into an egg and then spin and move around that way. And I want to make a Sonic the Hedgehog-esque 2D platformer where speed is the priority.
Yeah. Can I toss out just like another like Yoshi specific that like could be good for this? He has to go
totally.
Fast thing. In Super Mario Galaxy 2, he eats that spicy red pepper.
Oh, that's
and
right.
He becomes I believe they're called dash peppers, and then he can't but run as fast as he can.
Yes. So yeah, because I'm imagining like straight up Sonic, like loops and all that kind of stuff that Yoshi's trying to make his way through. And I think his companion would still be Poochie.
Okay.
But I think Poochie would act as like Tails, except instead of being able to lift you up, Poochie's abilities would just be taken from the Yoshi series. So like being able to cross over spikes. And lava and that sort of thing.
But so how is their dynamic changed? It's just that he's like a constant companion?
Well, I think that this is the story of how Yoshi and Poochie met.
Whoa!
So I think that this takes place, at least in the beginning, on Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
As part of like Dinosaur Land.
Yeah, sure.
From Super Mario World. So we're going all the way back to the Super Nintendo era for kind of the setting and the aesthetic. And then, later they ended up in the casino or the factory.
Casino Night Zone. I hope they just straight up travel. I hope they fight Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. I mean, would that be so bad?
No, I don't think so. I do like the idea of this being like Yoshi and Poochie's first date.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like this is their meet cute. This is how they become lifelong friends.
Right.
Which isn't so much like rewriting their dynamic as it is like providing vital backstory.
Yeah, that's right. Providing more context.
Right.
for why these two connected in the first place.
Right. I like that. And because I said first date, can there be a romantic component?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Let's see. Could Yoshi be Boshi? Could Yoshi be a bad boy?
Oh.
And Poochie's like, I can change him.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And like by the end of the game, he has effectively changed Yoshi.
Yeah,
from bad boy to like nice boy.
And now he's taking it easy, and that's the reason why the Yoshi games nowadays are more lean back than high speed.
I love this. And so he was wearing the sunglasses because he's going so fast.
You don't want bugs flying into your
don't.
eye. Yeah.
And he's probably wearing like a cool little scarf or something because it gets
for
breezy
sure.
when you're going so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is good. So this is like the taming of Yoshi by a bad boy Yoshi by Poochie.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good.
That's right.
Do you have a name for this? Do you want to go back over some of
Yeah, let's go back over some of them.
So there's if there's like a romantic component or like a relationship component, like I don't know that any of these really work, but like jackpot, godsend, treasure trove, windfall.
I mean, godsend?
Yeah. Yoshi and Poochie godsend?
Because Poochie, because Yoshi needed Poochie
he did.
in his life to turn this around.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Because without Poochie, who knows where Yoshi would have ended up.
Yoshi would have always been a bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only is this the origin of their relationship, it is before we meet Yoshi in any Mario game.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Okay.
It's like it's like Skyward Sword, but for the Mario universe.
That's right.
It's like, let's lay the groundwork. We got to know what Yoshi's deal is. And then when Mario encounters him later, we have all this rich context.
That's right. And it's we've never explored the beginning of the timeline for Yoshi.
Or frankly, Poochie's romantic dealings at all.
And by like the end of it, once Poochie has like changed Yoshi, he's not into him anymore. Right?
Right, because the thing that attracted
is
Poochie
no longer
to
there.
him
Right.
was the bad boy element.
Right. I think we can all relate to that. Okay, great. So that's Yoshi and Poochie. Godsend. Perfect. So I have 3 more. It sounds like you have 1 more.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'm going to do my next 2 here together.
Okay.
Because I think they're both like a little bit on the light side. One of them I don't have the name for yet. And we'll start with that one. It's my Star Fox pitch. Which I want to take like the flying and shooting of the game and treat that as though it was Top Gun, right? And so this game is going to be Top Gun, of course, Tom Cruise. They fly jets and shoot stuff. And this game instead is going to be the end of Top Gun Maverick. So Fox will be crashed behind enemy lines and has to escape with just like a gun. Right, so it's like a run and gun shooter, like tight action based, and like towards the end of the first level, level based, right, like course based.
Sure,
like really, like tight and tidy things. Not unlike Star Fox in that way, but at the end of the first level, he encounters like a little creature swaddled in cloth, and he opens it up, and it's baby Peppy Hair.
Oh, very good.
And so then it turns into like a Mandalorian-esque, bounty hunter and his baby that he has to protect.
It's not just Fox McCloud that has to get out of behind enemy lines now. It's Fox McCloud
and a baby. Yeah. And baby Peppy Hair.
Ooh, the stakes, they couldn't be higher.
And I just want you to imagine in your head, Peppy Hair, normally, old man rabbit. We don't really care about this guy because he's old. Now he's a baby.
Yeah,
he's
that's
a little
good.
bunny.
That's good.
So we're gonna love.
Think of the merchandise.
Think of the merchandise. And that's it. I think the setting for this is just like the end of Top Gun Maverick, is like a snowy, heavily wooded area in a nondescript enemy country.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I could honestly, the aesthetics in my mind of this are almost Nintendo 64-ish, because I feel like putting it in a snowy environment.
Did you say Nintendo 64-ist?
Maybe.
Okay.
What I meant to say was Nintendo 64-ish.
Very good.
Because with like the snowy environment, I can imagine, them using windswept tundras as the replacement for fog. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
Obscure, you can't really tell where you're going all that well.
And I think like low poly, perfect for this, right? As long as we still get to see like a little like close up screenshot that's like, of their faces when they're talking.
Right.
And so we get to see a cute little bunny rabbit.
Yes.
Bunny rabbit baby. Why is Peppy a baby in this one? I don't know. He just is.
Well, could it be? Well, no. I guess even that wouldn't make sense for it to be Fox McCloud's father.
James.
It wouldn't be James, right? Because even then, Peppy would be like James.
Yeah, they're like contemporaries.
Yeah.
And also like I just want to mess with in the same
with the
way
timeline at all.
Yeah.
I see. Just
exactly,
like you're doing with they're doing with Donkey Kong and Pauline.
Yeah,
in
that's
Bonanza.
right.
I see.
Right.
Yes.
And if Donkey Kong Bonanza like justifies that somehow, then we'll go back and justify
Right, but
somehow.
as far as we know right now, we can just take a page from Nintendo and say we would like people to think about.
I want you to think about
why Peppy Hair is
a cute
baby,
little bunny rabbit. Yeah,
in this game.
And like not that hard, right? Like the Star Fox team, they travel through like black holes and stuff all the time. Like there's got to be some weird time dilation going on. He crashed in this Warzone planet,
right?
So like who knows?
Well, and maybe he's a Benjamin Button, and this is actually the end of his life.
This is a great point. Maybe he's a Benjamin Button. It's a baby rabbit that is also a Benjamin Button at the end of his life. I think that's really good. I think it'd make a ton of money. I don't have a name for this. So like, it's like Overkill is like a fun one. But you already used that. I don't know. Jackpot, Godsend, Treasure Trove, Windfall, Motherlode, Myriad, Overkill, Superabundance, Profusion, Embarrassment. What about Superfluity? I don't know. Maybe there just is no name for this.
Yeah,
one.
maybe they just go. You know how like when they're doing like a reboot, like they did with Devil May Cry, it's like, oh, it's just Devil May Cry. It's just DMC.
Sure.
Maybe this is just Star Fox.
Maybe this is just SF.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Or Star Fox Origins. That's a classic.
Right. That's very close to Star Fox Zero, which was a game that did come out.
You're right. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
All right, good. So that's my Star Fox one. And then here's my other one that feels like a complete concept in my mind, but I honestly don't know how long we can talk about it. Animal Crossing, right? We love Animal Crossing. You play as a person, but there's a guy who is in all of these games who is features so heavily in every Animal Crossing game. We love talking about him. I'm talking about Tom Nook.
Yes.
And Tom Nook, like all good real estate magnates in this game, opens a casino, which he then has to manage in ways that best takes advantage of the villager characters that come to stay at his hotel, to game at his casino, and to see shows, right? So it's still very Animal Crossing in that, like, you're managing all these things and, like, you're buying new slot machines, you're hiring people to work at the blackjack table and, all that kind of stuff. You're booking the KK Slider to, like, have a residency at your casino or whatever. And so the setting is the casino, and the fundamental shift in the like relationships is that every single one of the Animal Crossing villagers returns in this game, but they're all old. So so it's like the most predatory that Tom Nook can be, trying to take advantage of all these senior citizens who just need something to do in their dotage, go into the casino and play in slots.
Tom Nook, same age.
Yes, Tom Nook, same age.
Uh-huh.
Timmy and Tommy Nook, also old. No, I don't know about that. Throw that out.
So, okay, so this is like almost like a Back to the Future 2-esque vision of the Animal Crossing universe.
Yeah, I mean, it is and it isn't, right? Like, it's kind of just like what happens when like someone like a rich idiot like makes a casino, right? And like manages a casino. Like what it is a predatory thing that's, I mean, whatever. I don't have to make like absolute moral judgments about casinos. I don't like gambling, so I don't participate in them.
The end goal of this,
yeah,
is
to rob them all blind.
Okay.
To drive irreparable wedges between them and their family members. And
so okay.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. Is it almost in some ways like a Happy Home Paradise, but in reverse? It's like you talk to the patrons,
yeah,
to learn more about what they like, and
Right.
then you weaponize that against them
Totally,
somehow
yes.
within the casino.
Right. So you talk to them and they're like, oh, I compulsively drink cherry flavored drinks, and you're like, okay, so we get cherry flavored drinks and they can't
Right.
leave.
They can't leave.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. It's like Happy Home Paradise, except it's like Happy Home Paradise.
Yeah, no additional subtitle needed. It's all there.
That's much better. I had Tom Nook Jackpot as my, but no, Happy Home Paradise is is 100% the name of this game.
Very good.
And I think it would be fun to just, I mean, a casino management sim kind of just seems like a fun style of game anyway, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've always liked like Zoo Tycoon and
Yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, all that kind of stuff. I feel like a casino could be an interesting one, especially when you're managing not just the casino floor, but like you said, the shows, the hotel part of it,
Yes.
the restaurants, all of that.
I also two more things. One, I think it is fun to just like embrace Tom Nook's villainy. The games always like kind of soft pedal him as like a nice guy, and he is in that like you never have to pay back your loan, and he doesn't charge interest. But it's just nice to like acknowledge the villainy of Tom Nook a little bit here. And then also I would love to see all of the like Nintendo soft pedal G-rated solutions for like Vegas specifics. You know what I mean?
So this is an rated M game, is what
No,
you're saying.
no. I'm saying they're doing G-rated versions of all the Vegas stuff.
Oh, I see.
So like
yes.
the vices that you're instead of like hookers and blow, it's got to be like teddy bears and cherry flavored drinks.
Yes,
you know?
I understand. Yeah. Kind of how like in even the
Sex workers, I apologize.
in the Dragon, this is what I was gonna say. In the Dragon Quest games,
Yes.
like Puff Puff
Yeah.
is not very explicit.
Right. Yes.
I almost feel bad asking this question, but I'm really curious. Do the Animal Crossing characters like die in this? So like, do they eventually? Can you extract all of the resources that you need from them, and then
I don't
you just
think
like
they
expel
die.
them from
I
your
don't
casino?
think they
Okay.
die. That's a little too
a bridge
cruel.
too far.
I think at the very least, like at the very most, their vacation ends and they have to
Yeah.
like go back to wherever they came from.
Yeah, got it.
But like penniless and reliant on their younger relatives.
Right.
Yeah, it's still dark, but no one dies.
But no one dies.
Right.
That's good. I like that. That makes me happy.
Happy Home Paradise.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, so this is my final one. And my last one is centered around Little Mac. And the thing that I want
The
to
hero from Punch Out.
yeah, from Punch Out, And I'm realizing now that I built all my games around mechanics that came out of Smash Brothers. But what I want to build my game around is that in Smash Brothers, Little Mac doesn't have very good like height, right? He doesn't have an air game.
Right.
But he's really fast on the ground. He can dash around a lot. He's
And
very powerful.
Yes.
And so that's what I want to build my game around, is his like ground running ability and his like short jumps, like all that. And obviously he can still punch because he's Little Mac.
Obviously.
But that's what I want to build.
We're not going to make a game with Little Mac where you can't punch.
So what I want to make is like a side-scrolling speed brawler, kind of like a Katana Zero.
Yeah,
where you're taking out all enemies in a level without being hit, and you're using Little Mac's speed and like taking advantage of environmental hazards and all of that.
Oh, I love this.
In order to do it.
Is he like chaining moves together as part of like, it's one of those games where like combat and mobility are part of like the same tool set, like
Yes.
Guacamelee?
Yeah, exactly. The character that I'm teaming him up with is Mr. Dream.
Okay.
The character from the like re-release of the NES game, replacement for Mike Tyson.
Right.
This character's from Dreamland. Rivals, yes, but
He's from Dreamland? Like
Yeah.
Kirby's Dreamland?
no,
A different
not
Dreamland.
from
Okay.
yes, yeah,
And
a
not
different
the
Dreamland.
land that Louie visits to incept people
No,
with
not
flavored
Subcon
desires.
either.
Okay, got it.
So yes, they're rivals, but forced to team up. Now, what would force them to team up in a co-op mode? I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, yes.
The game takes place inside Doc Lewis's body.
Great.
Because while visiting the USSR, because this is a period piece, for Little Mac's competition in the world circuit, Doc Lewis falls ill with a mysterious illness.
Yes.
And as doctors struggle to diagnose him and his condition rapidly worsens, like Mr. Dream's trainer also is mysteriously ill.
Oh, do they both like contract a bad case of communism?
Possibly, but Little Mac and Mr. Dream
Red fever
agree to be shrunk down to the size of a red blood cell.
Yes.
And their mission is to defeat the virus from within and uncover the mysterious source.
Cool. And they're doing this in like a side-scrolling.
Yes.
So, in their team up, are they both boxing their way through this?
Well, they are both boxers.
I understand, but I'm saying, is it like a 2-player game? Are you controlling 2 characters at once?
So I think in this instance, it would be like you would just play as Little Mac unless you were playing co-op.
Okay, great.
In which case, Mr. Dream would
he takes on the Prince Fluff role or whatever.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Is that his name?
From
Kirby's Epic Yarn. I think his name is Prince Fluff.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So, but you can't choose to play as
Mr.
Dream. Okay.
No.
You can
just
only
the second
just player
player.
2. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like that a lot. Mark, I like this idea so much that I also have a shrink down and go inside bodies component to my final pitch.
Wait, no way.
Yeah, I do. I do. But I'm happy that we've not overlapped on any of the characters at all.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for this game?
I don't.
So it's Little Mac. Would it be a Little Mac game or a Punch-Out game?
I think it would be a Little Mac game.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could call it like how Splatoon Raiders is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so maybe, let's pick the modifier that we're going to use, and then we'll determine whether it's a Little Mac or a Punch-Out game.
So, Epidemic?
That's pretty good.
That's like a disease-related one. But also, like, I don't have, like, surgery or, like, you know what, what like an intense medical procedure. What would you call that?
Right.
Hey, how about this? How about Operation Little Mac?
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good.
That's like a play on words.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 different. Yeah. That's good.
That's great. Okay, Operation Little Mac.
Operation Little Mac, it works. Okay, so then for my... did you have more about Operation Little Mac?
No, that was it.
That's a great... I love this, and it feels... Is it sort of Metroidvania-y, or is it...
No, I think it's much faster. Like, it's
okay.
like really... Like, I'm thinking almost like the pace of like a Super Meat Boy or something. You know, where it's just like, like you
micro levels.
Exactly.
Kind of,
like you're going through it as fast as you can, and when you die, you immediately respawn and you have an opportunity to do it again. Like the goal is to go as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. And do you is it where you like gain new abilities as you go, or is the whole move set unlocked from the beginning? And it's just like about teaching you how to use them in specific circumstances.
Yeah, I think it's more about teaching you how to use it when like new enemy types are introduced.
Yeah, cool. I like that. I think that sounds like maybe the most fun game, or the most like me game, right? The most like in line with the type of game I would want to play. Okay, but so for my final pitch, where yes, we're going to shrink down and go inside bodies.
I can't believe that's where we overlap.
I don't know. I feel like it's a theme that you and I revisit from time to time. I'm doing a Dr. Mario game.
Oh, of course.
So Dr. Mario has to go inside bodies of various Mario characters, so we can fight the novel Goombarona virus, Goomba 19. And it's a very Star Fox-esque scenario. So he shrunk down, and he doesn't have to like go. He doesn't have to. He's in a little ship.
Sure, yeah.
Right? Inside the bodies of these.
Yes, from that
Fantastic Voyage or Inner Space.
I was gonna say I was struggling to remember the name of the Game Boy launch title where he's like the Breakout clone.
Oh yeah, it's oh, I like this game, and I'm mad that I can't remember the name of it.
I'm looking it up.
Okay,
because
great.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I guess the ship could even look like that because it's like a little pill, right?
Alleyway?
Alleyway. It's Alleyway. But so it's very like Star Fox in this way that you are like flying around in like the bloodstream or whatever in
Yeah,
the ship.
yeah.
But also like Star Fox, he's got 3 companions who are flying their own ships, and they are of course good versions of the viruses from the original Dr. Mario. So you got a red one, you got a blue one, and you got a yellow one. And of course, this is. Am I just replaying the tape of my pitch for a Twisters sequel where they team up with a good Twister? Yes.
But I mean, I feel like, look, I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah.
I feel like in some ways, isn't this how like the flu virus or the flu vaccine used to work? Is they would take like a innocuous version of the virus and then inject you with it. And I feel like
yes.
so these 3 viruses from Dr. Mario have been turned good. They are now
Right.
and so then it all makes sense medically.
It all makes sense so that Dr. Mario can fight the Goomba 19 pandemic. And of course, this is just going to be called Dr. Mario Pandemic. And that's it.
That's great.
That's my 5th and final Bonanza pitch. Mark, any final thoughts about the concept of Bonanzas and what Nintendo has done with them and what we are expecting to see with Donkey Kong Bonanza today?
Yeah, I think that I of course am super excited for Bonanza, but I think you brought up a great point earlier that Nintendo's been doing this for a long time, and I think there's a good chance Splatoon Raiders will have like elements of this sort of thing like as well. But yeah, and what else like this could possibly lie in store for the in the Switch 2?
It is the kind of thing that just like sort of lights up your brain of like Nintendo has all of these characters and game concepts that are like exciting and like maybe more dynamic than we give them credit for, that like there's so much untapped territory. You did one with Yoshi and like they've just run the same play on Yoshi for like 20 years, about 30 years, I guess. And like the next time we see Yoshi, it could be something completely different.
Right.
Even though they've been stuck in a rut with it forever. So, yeah, it's this is a fun exercise. Obviously, it's a funny exercise. But it's also like, if 4 months ago we had pitched like a Donkey Kong game where he's like destroying a world and teenage Pauline is with him, we would have been like, how goofy. And now it could be the game of the year. All right, Mark, let's close this out. Okay, that is going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society. If you have your own Bonanzas that you would like to pitch or talk about or whatever, you can either email us, Nintendo Cartridge Society at gmail.com, or get in that Discord. I'm sure we'll be talking about these because it's a fun thing to think about. That's going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society. Thank you so much to our 16-bit patrons, Connor McKay, Patrice Millette, Kyle Seaborn, Drew Mackey, and James Haig. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone who is supporting us, anyone who is listening, anyone who's interacting with us in any way. Thank you for doing it. We appreciate it. Join the Discord. Email us for an invitation. Anthony DeLuca made our logo. Our theme music is provided by 8-Bit Betty. You can get more of his music by going to 8bitbetty.com or by listening right now. For my co-host, Mark Mitchell, this is Patrick Ellers saying thank you for listening.